Hey guys, it's Crypto Marie. She does it all, a little bit of everything. I'm going to give you some information about Hunter Biden pleads not guilty after plea deal is derailed. It says Hunter Biden pleaded not guilty to federal tax charges Wednesday after a plea deal he struck with government unraveled when the judge raised question about the term of the agreement. The surprise development came at a hearing in federal court here at which Biden had been expected to plead guilty to 2 charges of failure to pay taxes under a deal he struck with government last month. Far from signing off on a done deal, he pleaded not guilty to those charges instead until the two sides can meet and address the question posed by the U.S. District Judge Marilyn Norica. At time, Norica appeared almost upset that she believed she was being asked to act as a rubber stamp for the deal. The partial will reconvene later to hammer out the terms and provide Norica more information, which could be within the next 6 weeks. Without me saying I'll agree to the plea agreement, how do you plead? Norica asked Biden. Not guilty, Your Honor, he responded. Biden is expected to reverse his plea if a new agreement or the new information eventually satisfies Norica. Norica, who was appointed by President Donald Trump, pressed both sides about the terms of the agreement struck with U.S. Attorney David Weiss of Delaware, another Trump appointee. That's not good. Whom President Joe Biden kept on to oversee the case. She expressed clear concern about how 2 separate deals, one regarding the unpaid taxes and the order about a gun possession charge, potentially intercepted, as well as her purview over them. Norica quizzed the lawyers about whether the gun charge would be diverted until Biden's fulfill certain terms. The agreement would have her act as an arbiter if he violated the deal over 24 months. She said that she did not believe that the judiciary would normally oversee such an agreement and that it was the responsibility of the executive branch to bring charges. Biden's lawyer, Chris Clark, said that because of the agreement, she said she worried that there was no case law to necessarily support the terms of the agreement. Norica also said she worried that the agreement on the tax charge did not give her the authority to reject or modify the deal and that the gun charge agreement could shield Biden against further prosecution over his financial and tax issues. The Judge Norica said it was possible all of those terms could be adopted. She wanted both sides to give her more information about their reasoning for her to study further. There were numerous points of disagreement and requests for clarification throughout the hearing, which had been expected to take a little over an hour, but lasted well over 3 hours. Jesus Christ. At one point, Judge Norica asked whether the investigation was ongoing, to which Reese responded that it was, but said he could not share any further details. Judge Norica also raised a hypothetical asking whether Biden could face charges of failing to register as a foreign agent and whether the agreement blocks his prosecution on such a charge. The defense said it believed the agreement would prohibit him from being charged, and the prosecution then disagreed. Clark was overheard telling a prosecutor then Will ripped it up, most likely in a reference to the plea deal, as they discussed the disagreement during a brief break before he eventually relented. Let's see. In outlining the charges, Reed's office said in an earlier statement that Hunter Biden received taxable income in excess of $1.5 million annually in a calendar years 2017 and 2018, despite owning an excess $100,000 in federal income tax each year. He did not pay the income tax due for either year. The original deal included provisions that prosecutors would recommend probation for the tax violations, while a separate felony gun charge would be dropped if Biden met certain conditions laid out in court. It appears that now the terms of his sentencing will be decided later. Biden faced a separate gun charge for illegally owning a Cobra 38 special handgun. He had conceivably reached a pretrial agreement about the issue that would delay the charge for 24 months, assuming he did not violate certain terms during that period, which included being added to the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, no use of controlled substance or alcohol, and no violation of local, state, or federal laws. If he followed the agreement, the charge would be dropped. God, listen, it's a lot more comment for this. It's too much. I won't have time to finish the whole thing. One thing that was surprise to the whole team, that the fact he pleaded not guilty. So it is an ongoing situation. At the end of the day, he's the son of the president. If you are going through some kind of legal situation right now, don't feel any difference. At the end of the day, we are human beings. People make mistakes. And as you can see, even the sons of the president is having some issue and have to go to court. And subscribe. Let me know how you feel. Were you surprised he pleaded not guilty? Or were you expected anything different than what he said? Subscribe. Bye.